Welcome to another episode of Aim to Inspire podcast, where we delve into stories that touch the heart and uplift the spirit. Today, I want to share a deeply personal story about resilience, love, and the unbreakable bond between a father and his son during one of the most challenging times in recent history. This is a story of hope and connection, even in the face of great adversity. For all of you who have lost a great father or a loved one, I hope this story resonates with you and brings a sense of comfort and inspiration. I remember the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, a time when the world was shrouded in fear and uncertainty. Lockdowns became the new normal, and our lives were turned upside down. On April 30, 2020, our company announced it could no longer sustain operations due to the pandemic, and I lost my job. With the world in survival mode, the future seemed bleak. To support my family during these trying times, I turned to baking and selling bread. It was a humble venture, but it became our lifeline, sustaining us through the economic hardship that COVID-19 brought upon us. In November 2020, my father-in-law passed away. Just 2 months later, in January 2021, my family and I contracted COVID-19. Amid this turmoil, my father, who was not infected with the virus, succumbed to organ failure. The lockdown and our illness prevented us from traveling to the Philippines to be by his side. Before he passed, I asked my mother to hold the phone to his ear so he could hear my voice. Although my father was unresponsive, I spoke to him, ending with, "Don't worry, Dad. Everything will be alright." The next day, I called my mother to check on his condition, only to be told that he had already passed away. In that moment, my world stopped. The grief and helplessness were overwhelming, compounded by the fact that I couldn't be there to say goodbye or hold his hand one last time. The weeks that followed were incredibly tough. I grappled with my loss, all while recovering from COVID-19 and trying to keep my family safe and afloat. Each night, I hoped for a sign from my father, something to tell me he was at peace. But for weeks and weeks, my dreams remained empty, leaving me yearning for some connections. Then, on the 40th day after his death, I had a vivid dream. I saw my father, his hand resting gently on my shoulder. He looked at me with a peaceful expression and said, "Son, remember when you told me not to worry, that everything will be alright? I heard you. Don't be sad. Everything is alright now." I woke up that morning with a profound sense of peace and happiness. My father's message reassured me that he had heard my final words and found solace in them. Our bond transcended the barriers of life and death, and his reassurance gave me the strength to carry on. Losing a loved one, especially a great father, is one of the hardest experiences we can face. Yet, even in our darkest moments, the connections we share with our loved ones can provide us with the strength and hope. This story is a testament to the enduring power of love and connection, reminding us that no matter how dire the circumstances, our bonds with loved ones can guide us through the toughest times. For all of you who have lost a father or a loved one, I hope this story brings you comfort. Know that they hear you, they feel your love, and they are with you always. Cherish those memories and let them be the light that guides you through the darkness. Thank you for listening to the Aim to Inspire You podcast. I hope this story has touched your heart and inspired you to cherish the connections in your life. Remember, love transcends all barriers, and the bonds we share with our loved ones are eternal. Until next time, stay inspired and stay connected. I'm our beloved. Ciao for now.